Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's its next move? We're going to find out in the charts today. Is Bitcoin going to melt down all the way to my target down here? Or is Bitcoin ready to blast off and make all-time new highs? We're going to talk about that and more in today's video. And did MicroStrategy make a $50 million mistake? Or was that a genius Bitcoin move? I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
And man, I always forget to pronounce the S in your last name.
It's a common mistake.
But I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. Anyways, what did you think about Bitcoin on the weekend, man?
Well, this weekend has been a weekend of extreme indecision. And we are stuck in a range right now, so it's our job to see where we're going to break out in order to get out of this.
Yeah, exactly. It's been like up and down like a drawer's horse. There's like all kinds of like what's it called? Stop runs and stuff like that, non-stop. I mean, even my Bitcoin trade that I made during the week that got stopped run. It was insane. The bears were getting beat up. The bulls were getting beat up. It was pretty brutal a week for Bitcoin traders on the leverage exchanges. But yeah, we're gonna discuss that more in today's video. Okay, let's start off. Well, before we do that, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Okay, alrighty then. Let's go on to today's show. Before we do, I have a blockbuster to play for you right here. Let me just play a little bit of this blockbuster, right? It's like you head down to the like button, right? And then you hit the subscribe, right? And then you also hit the bell icon. And that's all you have to do, right? To help out this channel. Now, I really appreciate everybody hitting the likes, right? I've been getting around, anywhere from 1,500 likes to 2,000 likes. So I really appreciate it. And it really helps out the channel. So thank you very much. If you want to help out the channel in some free fashion, that's the best way to do so. Okay, first off, I want to talk about MicroStrategy disclosing a new $50 million Bitcoin buy, right? He basically came out on Twitter and said MicroStrategy has purchased approximately 2,574 Bitcoins for $50 million in cash in accordance with the Treasury Reserve policy at the average price of approximately $19,427 per Bitcoin, seller wrote in a tweet. Now, we all know where the price is, right? It's a little bit underneath that number. And I have to go, sailor, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Extreme greed, extreme greed, extreme greed, extreme greed. Does that mean you should be buying at this level here? Sure. Can it go higher? Yeah, but even if it does, the downward movement is going to be absolutely epic. Epic, right? So, it just doesn't make any sense, in my opinion, my humble opinion, to be buying Bitcoin at these nosebleed levels. Yes, it's possible. I know all the bullish news. I've seen all the bullish case. I've seen Venezuela mining Bitcoins. The Cuban government is now using Bitcoins to get around sanctions. Yes, we've all know all the bullish case for Bitcoin. But this is like a flashing, like, warning sign, don't you think, Inti?
Yes. What do you think? I mean, you don't want to buy where everybody is buying and winning and happy.
Exactly. Everybody. I'm pretty sure that I haven't looked at the metrics, but I'm pretty sure 98% of all Bitcoin buyers are in profit here at this point, and so that's a little too high. So the market does not, when the market takes the most amount of money from the most amount of people most of the time. That's what it's designed for, right? So that's why 90% of all people lose when they trade in the market. All right, so with that said, let's talk about the DJ15 token, which seems to be having no losers as well. Alrighty, I'm shocked. I haven't purchased. I'm sorry. I was supposed to be purchasing this Sunday, this token, but I had to spend some family time, quality time with the wife, and so I didn't have the time to do that. But I will do that today. I was hoping to get it somewhere cheap, but looks like you guys are just going to push the price higher, and I'm going to have to buy less tokens, right, to burn. So that's going to be kind of sad because you want more tokens burned. So try it, guys. When it's time for me to buy, try to keep the price down so I can buy more, right, and burn more, and that will help you guys in the long run. All right. If you're interested in my token, the DJ15 token, you can buy it on Uniswap, right? There is a video in the description below on how to do so, and yeah, check that out. Okay, with that said, let's head over to the first thing is Ethereum. Okay, looking at my Ethereum messy chart, right, on the 4 hour, right, and I'm going to start with Ethereum because I want to end with Bitcoin because it's really interesting. You can see that we're in finally created somewhat of a symmetrical triangle, not the greatest one, and you can see the the scam wick here on the exchange here happened. It was kind of sad. I think there was multiple. There was another one earlier on, but this is another scam wick that just broke down. I'm sure. This is on Bybit. I'm sure if you were to request a refund, I'm sure they would do it. I've heard that they did that on the last one. So yeah. The reason why this happened, right? Again, we talked about it before, but I want to just remind people is because on the exchange there was not enough liquidity as this thing was rising. I was thinking, man, this thing's gonna drop, and then obviously because there's not enough liquidity of people buying, right, and having buy orders at a lower price, it just caused this thing to collapse as stop loss after stop loss after stop loss after stop loss was hit, and so that's what happened there. Okay, and because it's just contracts, right? There doesn't mean there's a lot of people who are interested in buying those contracts, and that's what caused that. Okay, and so we've bounced around. We've been stuck in this point of control here right now, trying to decide whether or not to go up or down. It's like we're up, then we're down. We're up, and then we're down. We're up, and then we're down. This is called stop running, basically. You can see stop runs everywhere. If we go down to the lower time frame, it was brutal for traders. I mean, you thought you were breaking out, and then nope, you're gone. I broke up, and you thought we were breaking higher. Nope, we're breaking down. It was non-stop, brutal bloodbath for traders on the lower time frames. It was not a fun thing to watch, and not a pretty sight. But going back to the 4 hour, you can see there's a lot of pressure, right? On my charts here, I could have like a software. Let me just remove the VPAVR since we don't need that anymore. You see these red these lines, these arrows down here, these right here, they're like in fuchsia. That indicates there's a lot of pressure to the downside. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to work out. It just means that there is a lot of pressure to the downside. And so that's what we're seeing on that chart. Okay, let's head over to the Bitcoin chart to end today's show. And yeah, I did get stopped out on my trade that I made a few days ago, but I reestablished it and the short at a higher level. And now I'm really thinking that there's just too much pressure, downward pressure. I mean, think about it, people, for a second. This is on the 4 hour chart. I'm going to stay on the 4 hour chart. We have, first off, we have clear bull and bear battle lines. Let's start with that, actually. This breakdown right here, we should be going lower. A break above this level right here, which was supposed to be my real stop. I mean, when you take a look at that video that I did, it was a knob stop that for 19.4. This was supposed to be the real stop. It was at 19.485. If you look at I look back at the video and I thought, oh my goodness, I put it at a knob stop, and I got stopped out, and so that's why that happened. So I realized that mistake, and now that is the absolute battle line. If Bitcoin breaks above that, that's where it's going. Should it break down, it's got to break below this level here to indicate we're definitely going lower. And of course, this level over here would put it on a lock, and so you could probably put your stop loss to this level up here at 18,868 or 69 is where we break out, and $18,509 is where we were locked in on a downward slope. So you can move your stop loss to the 18,869. Okay, so now looking at overall of the picture, right? It does look more bullish than it does bearish, right? Especially with the price action, this price action way up here, but this is very bearish. This volume, there's nobody here. There's no basically the bulls and the bears are looking at each other, wondering who's gonna move first, right? Who's gonna let's see if I have that picture here. Who's going to flinch first, right? Is it the bulls? Is it the bears? Right? Nobody knows, right? They're just looking at each other, wondering whether or not they're gonna break. Who's gonna break first? Let's see if I have that image. I should have had it up. Oh, there it is, right here. Yeah, there it goes. Like everybody's looking. The bulls, the bears are like, who's gonna flinch? Who's gonna flinch? Yeah, that's the image from the I think that was a fistful of dollars or something like that from that movie. Alrighty, so nobody knows who's gonna flinch because they're paralyzed. They've been, both the bulls and the bears have been brutalized in the last little while. They don't know which way to go, and so makes the indecision that we talked about happen over the weekend. It's just complete indecision. Also, right, take a look here. Another bearish case is like, we take a look at the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour, which is this brown line here, and it's at this $17,200 or approximately $200. I think it's like 300 right now. I honestly think if you ask me where we're going, for sure, if you were to say, Da Vinci, give me a direction, which direction you think this market's going, and you're willing to bet on it. Well, I'm telling you, I've already said it. I've reestablished a short, and this is the direction. I don't see this. I cannot see this. It's not like it's impossible, but I can't see Bitcoin going to all-time highs right now and breaking higher. And the reason why is because we have not touched the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour since October 20th, and that's too long, man. That's too long. We have to at least come to here and then maybe go higher, right? And honestly, if we come down here, we have to reassess the situation because this thing could break down even further, right? The 200-day moving average, and then 16,000. There's lots of trend lines here for it to drop down to. So, but I really don't see how this thing can go even higher. Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. It's just not likely, and I'm willing to bet my money on it, and that's what I have done. All right, so thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. We're going to be doing question and answers with everyone that is a Pandora's Wallet subscriber or a DaVinci J15 subscriber. If you want to be a DJ15 token owner, if you're DJ token owner, you're going to be able to have access to this stream on live and be able to ask me questions. And it's a small group, right? Approximately, 20 people. Sometimes we got 100 people, right, Inti?
Yeah, usually.
We get like 100 people or more joining in the group. So if you want to join in, and that increases the odds of your questions being answered. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that for a while. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Bye.